Yo, it's Yerk, and today I'm bringing you a step-by-step tutorial on how you can get working turrets like the ones in the agency in Fortnite Creative. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be able to get these agency-like turrets in your own creative maps. Before we get started, if you guys enjoyed this video at any point, don't forget to drop a like, hit subscribe, do whatever you want to do and all that stuff. If you want to support me, you can use code YerkYT in the item shop and it really helps me out a lot. Okay, now let's get into this tutorial. First thing, we're going to open up the creative menu and we're going to grab all of our props. Type indestructible into the search bar and open up the indestructible gallery. From this gallery, we want to save the agency wall and the floor to our hotbar. Then we want to go back and now we're going to search up for the military galleries. We can pick any of the colors for these props, but for this tutorial, I'm going to use red. So open up the military gallery B of your color of choice, and we need to grab this little circle pad thing and save that to our hotbar. We also want to grab the little turret stand that's right next to it. And the last prop we need from this gallery is going to be the gunner prop with just one barrel. We're going to go back and we're going to search for the Dusty Depot and Diner prop gallery. All we need from this gallery is the ID scanner prop, and then we're ready to grab our devices. We want to grab a Sentry device, then we also need to grab ourselves a perception trigger, and finally we'll need to scroll to the bottom to get a damage volume. Okay, now let's get started. We first want to make a 1x1 box using our indestructible floors and walls. Ideally, you want this to be one floor below wherever your turret is going to be. Then we're going to place a Sentry device inside and we're going to open up the settings. We want to change the weapon to assault rifle, then we want to change the range to the size of the room that the turret is going to be in. I recommend like 10 to 15 meters for most areas. Then for the target style, we need to set this to proximity. Moving down a bit, we want to make sure that the spawn on game start option is set to no. Scrolling to the bottom, we want to set the Sentry to spawn when receiving from channel 1, and then we're going to click OK. Next, we're going to place a damage volume on the ceiling right above the Sentry. Open up the settings and we're going to skip most of the way down until we hit enabled at game start, and once again we're going to set this to no. Then we want to set the damage volume to enable when receiving from channel 2 and disable when receiving from channel 1. Then we're going to go ahead and click OK. Then we need to place down another damage volume somewhere where we're able to customize it to fit the entire room that the turret's going to be in. Once you've done that, open up the settings and configure it to fit your area, and when you get to the damage type, switch that to damage over time instead of eliminations. Then set the damage to 5. Then once again, we're going to make sure that it is disabled at game start, and for this damage volume, we're going to have it enable when receiving from channel 1 and disable when receiving from channel 2, and click OK. I'm making a makeshift room really fast, and then we're going to get into how we build the actual turret. Alright, so pull up the circle prop from your hotbar and shrink it all the way using the all axis. Then we're going to increase it once using the all axis, and then at that point we're going to switch it over to the height axis. We want to increase the height axis until it gets to be about this size and place it down in the center of our floor right above our Sentry. Then pull up the turret stand prop and resize it using the all axis to sit right on top of our base piece. Then we're going to pull up the gunner piece and do the exact same thing and place it so the bottom aligns with our stand piece like this. And finally, pull up the ID scanner prop piece and we want to shrink it using the height axis, and we're just going to set it so it's blending with the turret piece like I'm doing in the video. And last step, place down a perception trigger and open up the settings. All we want to do is set visibility in game to no. And we want to set when device sees a player, transmit on channel 1, and when device loses sight of a player, we're going to transmit on channel 2. Then just click OK and set the perception trigger on top of your turret. Now we just need to start the game and test it out. As you can see, when the turret sees me, the Sentry will spawn and start shooting at me and mimic the turret actually hitting me as I start taking damage. But if I throw up a wall or block the turret from seeing me, it stops shooting and I stop taking damage as well. And there you guys have it, how to make working agency turrets in Fortnite Creative. If you want, feel free to check out some of my other videos that are on screen now. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay up.